Hello students and welcome to next video of ONS. Today we are going to start the third unit, that is optical networks. So in today's video we are going to see some components which are included in the optical networks. Those are couplers, isolators, circulators, multiplexers, filters, optical amplifiers, tunable lasers, switches and wavelength converters. The first component is couplers or splitters. We have seen directional couplers in microwave, isn't it? What was the function of that directional coupler? It is used to couple the electromagnetic energy to two different components. Similarly, these couplers or splitters are also used for coupling the optical energy to one or more output ports. So, a directional coupler is used to combine and split signals in an optical network. A 2 into 2 coupler consists of two input ports and two output ports. You can see in the diagram there are two input ports and two output ports. The most commonly used couplers are made by fusing two fibers together in the middle. These are called fused fiber couplers. A 2 by 2 coupler takes a fraction alpha of the power from input 1 and places it on output 1 and remaining fraction 1 minus alpha on output 2. So here two fibers are fused together and when we apply input to one of the input ports, it will be coupled to the output ports. Similarly, a fraction 1 minus alpha, the power from input 2 is distributed to output 1 and the remaining power to output 2. We call alpha the coupling ratio. So it is the fraction of input power that is coupled to the output port. The coupler can be designed to be either wavelength selective or wavelength independent, sometimes called wavelength flat, over a usefully wide range. That means when we are applying input to two input ports, those may be having different wavelengths. So if we have a coupler which is wavelength selective, it will select the desired wavelength signal. Wavelength independent device alpha is independent of the wavelength if it is independent device, and wavelength selective device alpha depends on the wavelength. 3 dB coupler, a coupler can be used to distribute an input signal equally among two output ports if the coupling length L is adjusted such that half the power from each input appears at each output. Such a coupler is called 3 dB coupler. Now this is the example of n into n star coupler. Actually it is not particularly asked in your syllabus, so we can skip this part. Just remember the name star coupler. Also we have discussed this. So what is the principle of operation for a coupler or splitter? When two waveguides are placed in proximity to each other, light couples from one waveguide to the other. This is because the propagation modes of the combined waveguide are quite different from the propagation modes of single waveguide due to the presence of other waveguide. When the two waveguides are identical, light launched into one waveguide. Now here waveguide is not the microwave waveguide, it is optical waveguide, means optical fiber. Into one waveguide couples to the other waveguide completely and then back to the first waveguide in a periodic manner. The last point I'm skipping because KL is not required in our syllabus. Now next components are isolators and circulators. Isolators main function is to allow transmission in one direction through it but blocks all transmission in the other direction. Isolators function आपण ऑलरेडी मायक्रोवेव्ह अँड रडारमध्ये सुद्धा स्टडी केलेला आहे. सेम वर्किंग प्रिन्सिपल आहे, फक्त इथे आता इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक एनर्जी नाही आहे तर ऑप्टिकल एनर्जी सिग्नल्स. Isolators are used in systems at the output of optical amplifiers and lasers, primarily to prevent reflections from entering these devices. which would otherwise degrade their performance. So these isolators are used at the output of amplifiers, output amplifiers, optical amplifiers, and lasers to prevent the reflected wave or reflected optical rays to enter into the amplifier or lasers again. The two key parameters of an isolator are its insertion loss, which is the loss in the forward direction and which should be as small as possible, and its isolation, which is the loss in the reverse direction and which should be as large as possible. That means when the signal is passing from source to destination, the loss should be minimum, but when the reflected ray comes from the other direction, from destination to source, it should be having maximum insertion loss, so that the reflected ray should not reach the source again. A circulator is similar to isolator except that it has multiple ports, typically 3 or 4. In 3-port circulator, an input signal on port 1 is sent out on port 2. An input signal to port 2 is sent out on port 3. And input signal to 3 is sent out on port 1. So circulator literally circulates the energy. It gives the input signal to the next port. Circulators are useful to construct optical add or drop elements. Circulators operate on the same principle as isolators. So how it circulates or how isolators isolate the power? In order to understand the operation of isolator, we need to understand the notion of polarization. This also we have completed in MAR. If you remember, we have plane of polarization which is rotated. The state of polarization of light propagating in single mode fiber refers to orientation of its electric field vector on a plane that is orthogonal to its direction of propagation. Okay, so in electromagnetic rotation of plane, we used to have the ferrite materials, right, because it was electromagnetic energy. Here we are using the polarizers and Faraday rotators for the same purpose. So we will not go into detail of those diagrams, just we will skip those and we will go to multiplexers and filters. These are the next components which are used in optical networks. Optical filters are essential components in transmission systems for at least two applications, to multiplex and demultiplex wavelengths in a WDM system. WDM means wavelength division multiplexing. Already you have studied TDM, time division multiplexing, FDM, frequency division multiplexing, and CDMA also we have studied, code division multiple access. Similarly, in optical communication, we have wavelength division multiplexing. That means we will use different wavelengths for different signals and we can multiplex them and we can send them on a common media. These devices are called multiplexers or demultiplexers, and to provide equalization of the gain and filtering of noise in optical amplifiers. A simple filter is a two-port device that selects one wavelength and rejects the others. It may have an additional third port on which the rejected wavelengths can be obtained. So as you can see in the diagram, there are multiple wavelengths given to the filter. The filter will select only the desired wavelength and others will be rejected. Then a multiplexer combines signals at different wavelengths on its input ports onto a common output port, and a demultiplexer performs the opposite function. Multiplexers and demultiplexers are used in WDM terminals as well as in larger wavelength cross connects and wavelength add drop multiplexers. A multiplexer which combines multiple wavelengths into a single fiber. In the reverse direction, the same device acts as demultiplexer to separate different wavelengths. So this is the diagram of multiplexer and demultiplexers. It can be cascaded to realize static wavelength cross connects. So when we connect them together, we can have a cross connect, like a switching device. Again, we will not go into a deeper part. Also, gratings are not in our syllabus, so I'm skipping that. So we will stop here. In next video, we will start with the optical amplifiers. Thank you for watching.